If you like what you're hearing, tweet the show at ADSXE. AD on iHeartRadio.
I do what I want, when I want, how I want. Yeah, I do what I want, when I want, how I want. This is my United States of whatever. Picture me giving a damn, I said never. Yeah, I do what I want, when I want, how I want. Every day you go.
A buddy of mine heard that song. He was like, hey, libertarian rap music. And I was like, oh, God, no. It's really not. And it's funny because I've got another song where someone was like, hey, Republican rap music. And I was like, no, really not. It's me, rap music. It's interesting. It's interesting, though, making music that occupies a bit of a political space. Not really, just me shooting my mouth off and goofing off and having fun. But it's interesting because I think the moment you get on stage, and I don't mean to say that Funkhouser and I are on stage here, but the moment you enter this vaguely news talk oriented arena, people hang on absolutely everything you say. Every last word is interpreted to have a political agenda. And here's something you need to understand about the show if you're a new listener, or if maybe you've been listening for a while. And if that's you, I greatly appreciate it. But something you need to understand here is that we are here to bring the left and the right together over universal truths like boobs are great, fart jokes are funny. Sometimes the show will have nothing to do with news. Sometimes it'll have nothing to do with politics. But when it does, it will be cognizant of the fact that it's incredibly simple, to the point where people that think this way might as well be picking fleas and ticks off of each other and eating them. It's incredibly simple to look at things in a black and white way. Now, simple people are easy to divide, and divided people are easy to conquer. And once you can, it's just once you've identified the fools that are easy to divide, their money is easily parted from them. So I operate on the principle that there is no left, right. It's all an indistinguishable mess at the moment. It really is. Maybe it was in the past, but I don't ever remember things being totally clear in my lifetime. Being in my 30s, I don't ever recall things being totally clear, like this is all bad, this is all good. Yet so many people are willing to subscribe to that particular political philosophy of things being black or white. They're not. There's a lot of gray in this world, and the gray is where you find the truth, and it's the gray that we inhabit on this show. It doesn't sound exciting to be living your life in the gray, but that's what we're doing here. But I just think it's crazy how the moment you crack a microphone in a world that is vaguely political or news talky, as we have done here and as I've done on KPRC in Houston, everything you say and do starts getting interpreted to have a political agenda. And no, sometimes it's not. Sometimes a fart joke is just a fart joke. Isn't that right, Funkhouser?
Yeah.
Of all the times that you didn't have the fart, there you go.
It's way over there. The air flatulence is so far away from me.
Speaking of gray areas, there's a shooting range in Arkansas that has declared itself a Muslim-free zone. The implications, well, I heard it and I was just like, can open, worms everywhere. And I figure we're going to get into that today in the show. Right now, though, let's take a look at the events of today in our segment, My Witness News. In no way, shape, or form fair, certainly not balanced. If you want to join in the conversation, tweet us. I'm AD. You can find me at ADSXE. You can tweet super producer to the stars, Barry Funkhouser, at FunkFM. How's it going today, Funkmeister?
We're all over the Twitters. Twittering.
Yeah, tweeting a tweet. How's everything? Are you still staving off the cold?
Yeah, I bounced back for some reason. It kind of worked out.
Ah, well done. I'm glad to hear
I didn't do anything.
Yeah, really?
Yeah. I actually took worse care of myself, and it worked.
Ah. It's funny how that happens. Here's my suspicion with regard to what might happen to you. I think your body does this thing where it understands you've got the work week to get through, and then the moment that you have a moment to rest. Like, do you ever find yourself working tirelessly through the week, feeling like you're on the verge of getting sick, and then Friday, 5 o'clock rolls around, and all of a sudden it hits you, you're achy, you're hot, you're cold, your throat hurts, you're nauseous, that's your body going, okay, we can let our guard down and get sick now. We have 48 hours to recuperate. I actually believe that happens. I think if you can make it to Friday and make it through Friday feeling totally great, then you're in the clear. But I don't know. I wouldn't count your. I wouldn't count the funky chickens, so to speak, until they're hatched. Yep, that's what I wouldn't count. Have you gone through your entire life with the name Funkhouser?
No, I was 11 when I... Oh, but if okay.
Well, no, like your entire adult life with the name Funkhouser. Have people been making variations of jokes on the name Funkhouser since it became yours? Like, what's the... I just drew great pleasure out of coming up with the idea of funky chicken, and you sounded incredibly unamused. Probably because that's about the 9 millionth time someone has said funky chicken to you. What are the other things that you've had to deal with?
When you got the last name that I do, Funkhouser, no one ever says Funkhouser back to you, except you. I think you're the only one that has called me by my government name. But most people come up with their own nicknames, and I've heard them all. Like every single one of them.
Which ones do you approve of, and which do you not?
I liked Funker. Funker was cool. I mean, I approve of them all. I mean, everybody has their own little nicknames and stuff, and if you rocking a name like I have, nicknames come with it. So,
right.
All of it. I'm down with all the names.
That's good. I sympathize, like I really do. I sympathize to the plight of the funnily named, or at least the name that's easily played with. Only because some people know this, some people don't. It's not like a secret. It's just I got stuck with the nickname AD when I was about 12 years old. It was given to me by a classmate, and it sort of has followed me around for the rest of my life. But my birth name would be Adrian. And here's the thing. The moment anybody hears your name is Adrian, what do you think the first thing they do is?
Almost the same thing I just did.
Which is?
Hey, yo, Adrian!
Mm-hmm. Yo, Adrian, I love you. And it's at that stage in the game when the Rocky impersonations float out of people's mouths. They're like, what's AD short for? Are those your initials? I was like, nah, it's just short for Adrian. Yo, Adrian! I'm like, okay, let's see here. That movie came out I think 2 years before I was born, so let me think here. I've been hearing that one my entire life! And everybody thinks they're original, and they're the first person to come up with it, and they're really not. It's amusing to them, though. I almost feel bad raining on their parade because they get a huge boost out of. Like, I gave tickets away to somebody on the air the other day called Rhonda, and after we finished our conversation, I was like, I would like to point out that at no point during the last 5-minute conversation where I've been taking down your name and information and details like that, at no point did I ask you to help me, Rhonda. I avoided that one, and she was like, thank you. I noticed, I appreciated that. I was like, this guy's a radio DJ, and those guys all think they're funny, so he's going to be like, Rhonda, help me, the moment and she's like, and you didn't. I was like, right. But I wasn't mature enough to forego pointing out the fact that I didn't. I still needed credit, and I still had to get it off my chest in some way. And look, Funkhouser, Adrian, we're people that have had
sounds like a law firm.
Names.
Funkhouser and Adrian.
Funkhouser and Adrian, specializing in chasing ambulances since 1993. But the fact that, like, even though someone's made fun of my name my entire life with the Adrian thing, like, I still couldn't resist it. So I almost feel bad raining on people's parades when they say yo Adrian, because they get a certain amount of pleasure out of it. And who are we? Funkhouser, Funkmeister, Mother Funker, Funky Chicken. If you don't like it, you can get the funk out. Yeah. Who are we to mess with a little bit of happiness that we bring into other people's lives? I think we should fall on the swords that are our names and just go with it.
Yep, I enjoy being carded because sometimes people go, is that your real name? And then they have a nice little kick out of it. And I got to sit there at the gas station going, yep, that's my real name. Get 20 on 4, please.
What are they carding you for at the gas station?
Well, I mean, the credit card.
Oh.
You know.
I know, because, like, you're in your 30s the same way I am, and, like, you do look very young, and I often have to deal with this at work. Like, I think Funkhouser and I are cursed by our boyish good looks. Like, I regularly have to like, I went to a gas station not so long ago and bought some scratch-off lotto tickets, and and they were like, ID, please. I'm like, how old do you have to be to buy these things? They're like, 18. ID, please. I'm like, are you freaking kidding me? Read them and weep, bitches. But, like...
Yeah, dude, I got carded last night. I'm 33.
For what?
Oh, I was out drinking.
Oh, okay. Well, alcohol I can understand. But, like, a scratch-off lotto ticket? Really? But, like, but the same thing at work. Like, technically, nobody would ever believe this, but I'm kind of, like, in charge of some stuff around here. And I'll meet record label reps, and this one guy said to me, he was like, so, when's your boss going to be back in town? I was like, well, you're meeting with me now. I don't know when your next trip through this market will be, but what you got? And he was just like, so what are you, like 24 or 25? I was like, oh, I don't know if I should be inside. And I was like, no. And we were, and he was like, damn. I never would have pictured you being in your 30s, and I was like, yeah, true story. And I had the same thing.
Play my song.
Yeah, exactly. And I had the same situation with somebody that worked for me around here, and they're like, so, yeah, you're the one in charge while she's gone? Like, how old are you? I was like, not only, I think I'm older than you, but also, that's neither here or there, because technically, I'm your boss. But, it's a weird one, suffering from the boyish good looks and comedic names that Funkhouser and I have. I think it's what's given us our highly developed senses of humor. Speaking of which, let's get to the news, shall we?
Well, People magazine has the official George Clooney wedding photos.
I saw him. His bride, Amal, looks stunning, radiant, positively glowing, while old George looks like his soul has just been ripped out through his groin. Yeah, okay.
Kind of true.
I wonder, like, if you woke up one morning and out of your faucet was coming hot and cold running supermodels that wanted no attachment whatsoever, would you call over a plumber and be like, it's the darndest thing? For some reason, hot and cold running supermodels appear to be, there's a never-ending supply of them in my bathtub and my bathroom. They're almost flooding the house. Can we do something about that, please? I would like just one. Yeah, no, okay. All right, then.
Can you tent the house or something?
Out of respect for Amal, the People magazine photos of the Clooney wedding did not include any pictures where George is trying to flee in absolute terror. Although, have you heard this idea that he's gay? And, all the hot and cold running supermodels have been one in a long series of beards, and the marriage is the ultimate beard because he's tired of what it takes to keep up the charade.
Yeah, he doesn't follow any lines, it was said when he was younger. Like, he doesn't fall in any category, which probably means what you said, yeah.
Well, Gavin Rossdale from Bush, someone asked him, he's like, is it true you're gay? He's like, no, I'm not gay. I know I'm not gay because I tried dating guys for a couple years and discovered it wasn't for me. It's just like, well, I don't know what that makes you, but it's not straight. Anyways. Not that there's anything wrong with that. Go on. Oh, speaking of not straight, what do we know about what Bruce Jenner's up to at the moment?
Well, Bruce Jenner is reportedly wearing a sports bra these days.
Another example of how he can't support himself. Evidently, Kanye, not the only out-of-control boob in his life. Let's continue with his demon offspring.
Kylie Jenner is reportedly launching a singing career.
Yep, the younger Kardashian sister. Her first song is about a teenage girl on an epic quest to avoid learning the definition of the word overexposure. Yeah, Kylie Jenner's launching a singing career. Although, technically speaking, I think Kylie Jenner and Auto-Tune are launching a singing career. It's about time she did this, replied absolutely no one with a brain whatsoever. I don't think... All right, let's suspend our disbelief for one tiny second and imagine that Kylie Jenner has a voice of an angel, truly a beautiful thing. I still don't think people would want to hear her sing. I think people need to feel like their singers have